Good evening. Today's topic is cell, the fundamental unit of life. We all know that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So, this is the building. So many bricks join together and form this building. Same as in a living organisms, group of cell they form the tissue. A group of tissue they form organ. Group of organ that form system, and group of system that form organism. Here is one example of the cell is the muscle cell. Next is the tissue, muscular tissues, and next is the this muscular tissue joined together they form this heart. Heart is the organ, and heart, artery, vein, capillary they join together and form this circulatory system. Heart and other circulatory system they join together and form this organism. Next is then what are the various type of organism? We can classify the organism on the basis of the number of cell, size, shape of cell. Number of cells are two types: unicellular, multicellular. Size we can classify the smallest and the largest, and the shape of the cell we can classify this around cylindrical, cuboidal, spindle, broad, irregular. There are also other shapes. First of all, we are going to discuss about the number of cell and the size of the cell. The size of the cell, we can see this by, first of all, we need to know by which unit we measure the size of the cell. The unit is the micrometers, μm. 1 micrometer equals to 0.001 millimeters, and or we can say that 1 millimeter equals to 1000 micrometers. The smallest cell is the mycoplasma. We can say this actually, what is a mycoplasma? Mycoplasma actually originates at the mycoplasma is the one type of bacteria. The size of the mycoplasma is 0.1 micrometer. This is the smallest cell, and the largest cell is the ostrich egg. In this picture we can see the ostrich egg is now compared with this other normal bird's egg, hen or duck. This egg actually a single cell. Okay, so the egg cell is 11 centimeters. But when we will discuss about the what is the smallest cell in human body, the smallest cell is the sperm cell, that is 0.5 micrometers, and the largest cell in the human body is ovum cell, that is 120 micrometers. But especially concentrate there this what is the smallest cell. If there the question is what is the smallest cell, then definitely the answers will be the mycoplasma. But what is the smallest cell in human body? That will be the sperm cell. So same as the what is the largest cell of this, that will be ostrich egg. But when we will discuss about the what is the largest cell in human body, that is the ovum cell. And the longest cell in human body is the nerve cell, that is 1 micrometer. Next is then who first discovered the cell? Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the cell from the slice of cork. So you can ask me the what is cork? This picture is then of cork. What is cork? Cork actually one type of dead cell. In these pictures you can see, this outer layer is a brown color's outer layer. Here the outermost layer is the actually dead cell. Everyone I hope see this. This is the dead cell. This cell is called the cork cells. So Robert Hooke first discovered the cell from that cork slice. But if the question is who first discovered the living cell, the answers most will be the Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Anton van Leeuwenhoek first observed the living cell. Now we are going to discuss about the number of the cell. Number of the cell we already classified this, that is two type, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means if the living organism is made up of one cell, that is called the unicellular. The example is the Euglena paramecium. If the organism is made up of more than one cell, it is called the multicellular. Plant, animals, these are the multicellular organism. Now, shape of the cell. There are the different shapes. Cocci. First one is the cocci. Cocci means generally the circular shape is called the coccus. When there is a two circles, that is called the diplococcus. So in this way, there is a different classification among the cocci. Same as the bacilli. Bacilli, when there is a term bacilli means rod shape. Same as the single rod shape, double rod shape, multiple rod shape. There is a classification among the bacilli. Others are like the vibrio, comma shaped. Okay, vibrio term, that is meaning the comma shape. Spiro means spiral shape. Filamentous. Okay, there are the more than this different type of shapes are there. Here are some examples. Astrocyte shapes. There is a nerve cell. Nerve cells, astrocyte means star-like. This is the star-like structure. So this is the example of nerve cells. Spindle. Spindle is a smooth muscle, cylindrical, skeletal muscle. Disc or concave, blood cell. Ovoid is a frog or red blood cell. Amoeboid leukocytes, and the round shape is the egg cell. There are also other examples. Now we are going to classifications of the cells on the basis of their origin. There are the two types, prokaryotes and another is the eukaryotes. Prokaryotes, we can say that is the very simple structures. So many organelles are absent here. But in the eukaryotes, that is a compact, complete structures. So in this picture we already see, normally they can see this is the DNA. This is the DNA. Not this. This is the plasmid. This is the DNA. But DNA is not covered by any membrane. But when we say about the eukaryotic cell, here DNA is present inside the nucleus, where nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear membrane and there are so many other parts in the nucleus. Here we can see the mitochondria, peroxisome, vacuoles, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. So many organelles are there. But here see, no mitochondria you can see here. So many are absent. There we can see one more interesting thing, that is the pili, and another is the flagella. Actually for their locomotions, for their movement. Actually they are unicellular organism. So how they can move? One of the process is taking nutritions and the movements. There are the so many functions of flagella and the pili. We will discuss later. But in case of the eukaryotic, we cannot see this type of things. But all the things are completely present here. See the prokaryotic cells. The structure of the prokaryotic. The outermost layer is the, see the green colors layer, that is called the capsule. Because this is a unicellular organism, so they need a special protections from the external environment. So they have a three protection. One is the capsule, second is the cell wall, and the third one is the plasma membrane. If I say from the outside to inside, the outer green color is called the capsule. Then see the blue color, that is the cell wall, and the yellowish color, that is called the plasma membrane. That means it has a 3 membrane. Next is the nucleoid. They got DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. And the jelly-like structure, it is called the cytoplasm. Non-membranous cell organelles, this is the ribosomes, and the two others, flagellum. The longest filamentous is called the flagellum, and the small like filamentous is called the pilus. Okay, so again I am repeating. Prokaryotics, they are covered by the 3 layers capsule generally. Capsule, cell wall, after that plasma membrane from outside to inside. Inside there is a nucleoid, that is the DNA of the prokaryote is called the nucleoid. Okay. Cytoplasm, the jelly-like structures present here. The lightest yellow, greenish yellow color, that is the cytoplasm. Okay. And the non-membranous cell organelles, this blue color dot dot, that is called the ribosome. And the other 2 organelles are present, that is one is the flagellum and then is the pilus. How we can classify the flagellum and pilus? Normally the length of the flagellum is the larger than the pilus. Okay. Next is the animal cell. Animal cell, we can see the outer membrane. There is a cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane, that is called the cytoplasm. The jelly-like structure, that is a cytoplasm. This is the nucleus. This is the lysosome. This dot-like structure is the ribosome. This is the most important organelles during the cell division, centriole and the centrosome. This is the mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, peroxisomes. After this is the overall structure of the animal cell. And if we see the plant cell, there we can see extra 2 things. One is the cell wall outside of the cell membrane, and another is the plastid. And the vacuole size will be the larger than the in case of the animal cell. But now we are the simplest structures of the animal, simple diagram actually about the animal cell. So this is a nucleus, this is the endoplasmic reticulum, this is the Golgi apparatus, this is the mitochondria, this is the ribosomes, lysosomes, centrosomes, centriole. That's it. Thank you. In the next class, we will discuss about the prokaryotes, eukaryotic cells. Thank you everyone.